supposed to be on TikTok too, because damn, I don't know. It says I was approved again. I'll send it all out real quick. Then we'll get going. So what's up if you join? Got to pull the chat up. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes. Live talking some college football here. Just a second. Sending out the stream as much as I can. Do. Set Messenger real quick. Y'all say what's up if you join in the chat. Rushton, you still there?
You hear me?
Okay, I hear you. You're good.
How do I sound this mic?
Sounds okay. Whatever you had last week, I think, sounded a little bit better, but it sounds
Well,
all right.
I mean, I got a new iPhone, so
It's fine.
uh,
Mr. Green in the chat. Sean Green. What's up, Sean Green? We're getting started here in just a second.
CeeLo
How
Green.
we doing? Yeah, we'll see how long this camera lasts. I got to get a battery pack with mine. But yeah, it's my actual camera I use for filming and shit.
High definition.
Work and stuff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're going. I wanted to try it. I had to get a cord for it, but all right. One more thing here. Oh, dang it.
I tell you what, dude, this new phone right here moves quick.
Yeah, it probably moves a lot faster than yours. Oh, well, yeah.
It moved real quick.
Yeah, that was going. The phone moves quick, and then he gets kicked out. All right. Well, that's good. Can't beat that. Come on, phone. My phone moves like shit. Yeah, it moves quick. There he is, quick. Now you see me, now you don't. There he is.
I was closing all my tabs.
Perfect.
I had like my phone up, and I was closing all the tabs behind it, and then I fat thumbed it.
Old 12-piece Colonel.
Oh yes, sir, boy. Sean Green put a whole family chicken dinner down, quick, son. No help needed.
No, I thought you were saying you did that today.
Hey, Sean probably did do that today.
All right, I got a couple more. I'm trying to.
I transferred to.
Chris, what'd you think about that win last night?
Think about what now?
How'd you think about that win last night?
I thought they looked pretty good. Defensive line looked good. Sorry if you joined on TikTok. I hadn't responded to anybody.
I do gotta give Chris a shout out here. I was 5-0. I'm sorry, 6-0, and Chris ended the streak.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk a little about it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, we're about to start here. If I can get this thing to work.
I can't get over your camera, Chris.
Oh yeah.
That's just how clear.
Yeah, this is. I knew it was going to look clear once I get able to hook it up. I just don't want to mess up camera. I got to get another. I got to get like a dummy battery pack so I don't burn the camera.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. iPhone 13 mini couldn't do that.
What you mean?
I'm like looking at another tab, and
Uh-huh. Everyone picked Buffalo. How did that work? Rise up, baby, says Wrestling with Brett. Yeah,
Yes,
Buffalo.
sir.
Hey, I tell you what, though. I was at the game, Brett. Buffalo had more fans. I think Buffalo might have had more fans than Falcons fans. I'm not going to lie to you.
wow.
How did that work out for him?
There's one thing I can say. I was the first man ever I could probably guarantee I was the first man ever to walk in that stadium with a Spencer Rattler jersey on. I would be willing to bet. So, hey,
You don't think Spencer Rattler had a jersey on there last year? Was he there last year?
That's true. You know what? That's a good fucking point. But besides Spencer Rattler, here we go. There's Coach Hayes. How we doing?
There you go, Coach.
Sorry.
Yeah, Coach.
All right, here we go. We're about to start. Y'all make sure you like, subscribe,
Coach.
follow on TikTok. Appreciate you joining, Brett. Everybody on TikTok. Hopefully, we'll if you keep following, if you get us to 1,000, we'll be back next week. If not, we'll probably be banned next week. So there you go. All right, here we go. If I can get it going. There we go. Oh, you didn't know?
Ocho Cinco, was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
Texas would never beat that. I'm putting that shit on my grave. Horns down on my grave, son.
Clemson's back, baby. We're going to be the #1 team in a couple weeks. We're going to be 12-0. We're going to win the national championship.
That game ain't a top 50 game, man. South Carolina gonna go in there and they're gonna get dispersed.
Shout out to the boys again, going another 4-0 on the parlay, hitting again. 8-0. We are 8-0 on the season. If you listen to the podcast, you want to win some money, tune in. Go Tigers.
Woo! Cox by 90, bitch.
Roll Tide, roll. Yeah, RMFT. Roll motherfucking Tide.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the college football weekly matchup, week number 8. Bryson, you moved to the right. That's weird. Maybe you were in the right a minute ago, but anyway, Preston's in the middle now. All right. Anyway, we're here after a great week 7, some great games. On to week 8, the season's moving by so fast. It'll be there before you know it. Bryson, we got about a month away to the big annual trip to Cherokee. Hopefully we can win some bets. Hopefully, with some college football. How was your week? And talk a little about that.
Excuse me. Yeah, Coach. Chris got the HD camera tonight. Very high definition.
Oh, yeah.
Great week of college football as always. And, week Florida lost. I mean, I was kind of expecting that, to be honest. I really didn't have a chance going into that game. Besides that, the Georgia Auburn game, very calls that could have gone both ways, and I mean, I think we're going to talk about the whole timeout and the fumble, and mid coach was talking about it earlier on my ride home, and yeah, I mean, it was some great games, and old Franklin out of Penn State now, probably going to come to Florida, so we'll have to see.
Yeah. Franklin gone. We're going to talk a little about that. If you are on YouTube or TikTok, make sure you subscribe. Please like on TikTok. Please like and follow on TikTok so we can get to 1,000 so we cannot get banned next week. Yes, please. Preston had a great week. Obviously, I see you gave up on Clemson, but you got a big win from the Falcons. Rise up. Falcons are here. If they could only get a quarterback, they would possibly have a chance to make it all the way. How was your week?
First of all, I'm going to address that really quick. No, I did not give up on my Clemson Tigers. But I had this on just because they played last night. So you know what, I got to rep my team. Got multiple teams, man. Falcons, Clemson, just I'm blanking on his name. He sits right there to the right of me right now. What the hell is this guy's name? I'm
I don't
literally
know,
looking
too.
at him. Bryson. Why the fuck could I not remember his name?
Hold on.
I could not remember
What
his
the
name.
hell just happened? I thought that was a joke.
No, I could not remember his name. I mean, it's not like I've been talking to this dude for like 3 years. Shit, my bad. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, another week of college football, man. Another week of NFL football. Just another, great week of sports all the way around. And playoff baseball. So it's been awesome, man. A lot of interesting games to be able to watch on Saturday. It was good. Second week in a row, Clemson's kind of had like a little, pick me up kind of game. So that was pretty fun to watch. Paid a little bit of attention to the Georgia. Well, you know what? We kicked off almost at the same time as the Georgia game, and we were already halfway through the third quarter by the time you guys got into halftime. The final 2 minutes took 30 minutes in real time. It was just crazy, but there was a lot of interesting things to be able to watch. Play golf early on the morning on Saturday. What a great Saturday.
Yeah, great Saturday. I did play golf. Sorry if that was loud. All right. My phone just started playing. Anyway, no, yeah. Great Saturday. I did play golf. I played golf a little bit Friday. Played golf Saturday morning. Great day before getting into football. We had some people in there. Trevor Hurt says, "Preston, you good?" Sean Green said, "Preston, you straight there, brother."
Struggling.
They're all checking up on you. We got some TikTok people in the chat. We do play fantasy, yes. So we'll probably get some questions, I'm sure. So if you throw questions in fantasy, we'll answer them for you in the middle of the podcast. But let's get into some games here. We're going to recap as usual. Talk a little bit of college football and then get our picks for the games. Whoever's moving, let's try not to move too much. Anyway, James Franklin getting fired. 22-21 loss to the Northwestern, who I was my sleeper team, 4-2, baby, after their rough start. Northwestern's back. How about that? But no, James Franklin gone. Paid him a lot of money. He's out of there. Preston, thoughts? Was this the right move? And what does Penn State do next?
Right move. I guess it's subjected to what you're thinking Penn State can be. Penn State has all the talent. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of boosters. They can recruit as much talent as anybody in the nation for the most part. Yeah, I mean, James Franklin has been very successful. He's brought in a lot of talented rosters to that school. They haven't panned out. I mean, there's a running joke: James Franklin can't win the big game, and unfortunately, it's proven year after year. Losing the Big Ten championship, losing to Oregon, losing to Ohio State, losing to Northwestern. 3 weeks ago, Penn State's 3-0, the number 4 team in the country, and they lose 3 straight games. Yeah, I mean, it's just not working out. I mean, I know it sucks, but I mean, James Franklin has the best job in all of America now. He's a fired college football coach. I mean, there is nothing better to be than a highly paid fired college football coach. I mean, the dude's
$48 million.
48 million. I did see something today though. There's a clause that he has to at least attempt to get another job either in media or in coaching again to be able to get paid. Either way, it doesn't really matter what kind of job he's going to take. He's still going to get a massive payout regardless of what he does. It sucks. James Franklin is, he's a very talented coach. He cut his teeth over at Vanderbilt. And he had some really good years at Penn State, just wasn't able to really win the big one. And I think that's kind of, tarnished his legacy, not only there, but just in coaching overall. But he's going to land somewhere well. He's going to get another opportunity, and he's going to prove that he can still recruit. He's a player's coach kind of guy. So, it's interesting to see where he goes. Bryson made a comment earlier in the week that, he might be potentially going to Florida. But I think wherever he lands, he's going to be successful where he goes.
Yeah, definitely. There is word from my buddy at work, Brent. Shout out Brent. He said Josh Pate has said there's always rumblings. Florida, head coach for Florida. What's his name?
Billy Napier.
Billy Napier. Sorry, I was about to say Dan Mullins. My bad.
Dang, y'all
Billy
some
Napier.
drugs or something tonight. Damn.
Yeah. Billy Napier. Yeah, Billy Napier is pretty much out the door. He's already done.
Yeah, it's done. It's done,
and they're saying if he loses to Mississippi State, he's going to be done definitely. Like he's done after that game.
Yeah,
Mississippi State's no sleep though.
I was about to say Mississippi State is not a pushover. I mean, what overtime with Tennessee, They were hanging in there with A&M for a minute, but A&M won that game. But hey, not a pushover team, man.
We got a TikTok chat. He says, "Rise up, Brody Hellenthal." Shout out to you. What's up,
Yeah,
Brody?
shout out.
Shout out. Bryson. But yeah, any thoughts on James Franklin and what you said you wouldn't mind him being the new Florida head coach.
I mean, hey, we need we need a new fresh start here at the University of Florida, and it's time. We got to get something new face, and I think he could bring some very good recruits in. I mean, he turned around. I mean, he did good at Vanderbilt, also did good at Penn State, but like Preston said, you got to win the big ones, and he proves that he ain't got one of those big games underneath his belt yet. But you know what? We need a fresh face and a fresh start.
Let me
So,
tell
and
you, but
I also saw where a video of last weekend we were playing A&M. They were zooming on DJ Lagway on one video, and dude, I don't know if he was talking about Billy or somebody, but he was pissed, and he was cussing up a storm. I think he's had enough, and he knows his team has potential, but you know, it's time for
yeah,
change.
yeah. Well, I was going to say we got Sean Green saying they might as well let Billy finish out the season. Yeah, probably. But no, damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, and James Franklin. Sorry, James Franklin. James Franklin. We're talking about winning the big ones. The problem is this year, the reason he got fired, he can't even win the fucking small ones. I mean,
That's
he
true.
can't even win the small ones. That's why he's gone. I mean, if he would have done what he did last year, if he had lost a big game against Ohio State and then went in and made the playoff, lost again, he would have been fine. He had a job. No issue. The reason he got fired is because he couldn't even beat Northwestern, couldn't even beat UCLA, who hadn't hold a lead all season. But UCLA looking pretty good now all of a sudden,
Yep.
supposedly after the coach is
Turn
gone. So
turn around.
turn around. But anyway, that's the thing we got. What'd you say? You said rise up. Somebody else said. I don't know what you just said in the chat, but maybe that's Preston. No,
I don't know. I don't know if you see her, but Clay, I know you had Bijan last night tore it up.
What a
Yeah.
dog, man.
Yeah,
Good.
we're gonna talk a little about that, but Tyler Algier won. Hey, how about he had the yards, 40 yards, $5 to win $1,250. Then he gets called back, and then he rushes for -6 yards the last two plays, and I don't get the $1,250. You want to talk about pissed? This man right here. I've interviewed Tyler. Tyler Algier, great man. Hey, next time I see him, it's on like me and him's fighting words. Anyway, let's get in before we talk about that anymore. Let's get into some other stuff here. We got Indiana beating Northwestern 30-20. Could it be even more?
They didn't beat Northwestern.
Northwestern. Sorry, Oregon. Damn it.
There you go.
Oregon. Bijan isn't human, says Logan King. Yeah, Bijan's a great player. Anyway, the guy throwing the chat.
Big Bijan fan Logan is.
Yeah, big Bijan. Hey, Bijan's hell of a man. Best running back in the NFL, in my opinion. Anyway, Bryson's gone. All right, Bryson Undertaker. Anyway, Indiana beating Oregon 30-20. Could have been by 17. Could have been by more if that pick six wasn't there. Indiana looking good. Preston, is Indiana, we'll say, top 3 team in college football?
Top 3 team. If they're not top 3, they're definitely top 4, top 5. I mean, Kurt Cignetti has got them playing really, really good, sound football. Everywhere you look, they are just a tough nose, just absolutely fundamental team. They're playing great. They really are. The whole state of Indiana is really up right now with Notre Dame. Stuff tough to say off the top of my mind if I think that they're a top 3 team. Like I said, if they're not top 3, they're top 4, top 5. I mean, there's not that many better teams than them. Depending on how you view Ohio State, Miami, and potentially a couple other teams. But yeah, no, I mean they're incredible right now. I definitely have to eat a lot of my words. I didn't expect them to be that well or that good coming into it. I kind of thought, I was thinking, it's Indiana. They're going to be lackluster. They're not going to live up to the expectations they had last year. It was a, flash in the pan kind of season. But no, Kurt Cignetti's got them playing great. And I definitely think they're going to be a force to play. If I'm not mistaken, they do not play Ohio State. They might have Penn State in a couple weeks, but looks like they kind of missed, the big one in the conference. So, I mean, who's to say they don't finish out the season undefeated?
Definitely. He said, UGA, hello. Anyway, yeah, George. Let me tell you something, and we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this. Georgia's not a very good football team, but we will say that. Did you say timeout? Oh yeah, I get you. I don't think Georgia's a very good football team, man. I'm a Georgia fan. We're going to throw in before Bryson. We had somebody talk about fantasy. I appreciate you answering that, Preston. Yes, Rico Dowdle, Bryson. Rico Dowdle he beat down Bryson. I picked him up. Bam! He's putting the smack down. Rico Dowdle, great pickup, great running back. Yes, Brody. Will he be good rest of the season? They need to play him. Somebody's get 200 yards in
Back
2
to back.
games,
Yeah,
back
that's
to
crazy.
back. You got to play Rico Dowdle. You can't go back old Chubba Hubbard. The Panthers need
Yeah.
Rico Dowdle. Keep playing him.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bryson, Indiana, looking pretty strong. Indiana, I mean, great team, great quarterback. I know you didn't have him ranked before the season.
Yeah, I'm
They're
gonna
gonna
throw
be back
some
in the
hand
playoff once again.
accountability on this side over here. Uh, they surprised me. They shot the hell out of me. They're playing some damn good football. I thought they were going to be one and done from last year, but I think they're proving a lot of people wrong. And man, they keep playing like they are. Hell, they might be a top 4 team going to the playoffs and might be able to stay there. But yeah, they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, Indiana looking good, or Oregon's still there. I think Oregon's still a great team.
Or
Indiana
yes,
got a
I
big
agree
win.
100%. Oregon. Yep.
And they got one of the best coaches. Oregon's still definitely a great national championship
Yep.
contender. It's just Indiana is looking strong right now. Indiana is hot. So, but yeah, Texas bouncing back, beating Florida. Or why'd I put Florida?
Come on, Bubba.
Who did?
Jeez.
Why'd I put
Oklahoma, Red River,
Florida?
Red River.
Oklahoma. Yeah, why'd I put Florida?
What's in the water? We are struggling.
Let me tell you something. I got in at 1 o'clock, went to bed about 2 o'clock, and went to work early this morning. So I'm probably kind of
There you
tired.
go.
But
There
anyway,
you go.
23-6
Nice
over
flex.
Oklahoma. John Mateer not looking too good. Threw a few interceptions. Still playing hurt, I believe. Defensive game, but Arch Manning looking okay. Bryson, we'll go to you first. What do you think about Texas, and do you think Oklahoma's still a contender?
Yeah, this is definitely a bounce back game from Texas from last week losing to Florida. I think Mateer is still battling that injury over there. I think it probably should have took this week off in my opinion, just to get more recovery time. I think Oklahoma still has a shot to make the playoffs, make a little noise, and like you said, Arch is starting to find the groove. Hopefully, he can keep it going after this game to try to get Texas back in the top 12.
Preston, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much the hand affected him in the game. I guess Vegas knows a lot more than we do. I mean, it's apparent every single week, every year of any sport that they play. I didn't expect Oklahoma, even if they had the backup, I didn't expect them to be the underdog, and that's proven. I think somebody had the score of the last, I think 3 of the last 4 games. Oklahoma hasn't scored a touchdown, or they haven't scored more than 10 points. I mean, Texas owns Oklahoma right now, and I guess looking back at history, and hindsight is 2020. Maybe we should have addressed it as such. I mean, it's happened multiple times. What's to make it think that it's not going to be different this time around? But yeah, no, Texas, that was kind of something that Texas needed to do, kind of to reassure everybody, hey, we're still talented. Hey, we're still very good. And we can play at a high level. I think Oklahoma, obviously, they did not play at a high level. They didn't play like they've played all season. But I think that comes a lot of it when you're playing a rival. I mean, you have to be sharp not only physically but mentally, and Oklahoma definitely wasn't that. Texas took advantage, and they were able to take the ball away. Well, I think it was 3 times through the air. So yeah, no, I mean, give all props to Texas there. They definitely bounced back, and they showed that they can play at a very high level and be successful and beat good teams. And they did that on Saturday.
Graham, I don't know if that's English, bud. Ask Clemson boy how that Panthers. You have a response, Preston.
I don't know what the question is.
All right, Graham. Graham
I saw it deleted. Is it gone? Did he delete it?
Say what?
Did he delete it? It popped up, but I don't see it anymore.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you meant by that, Graham. Throw it.
I'm assuming he's asking how I feel about the Panthers beating us 30-0.
Ah, okay. Maybe.
I assume that's probably what he's asking. It sucks. It's not what I wanted to happen, but I mean, being from Carolina myself, I mean,
Maybe he's a Clement. But what are y'all current opinion on Arch after OU game? I mean, I think he's okay. I think he's a good quarterback. I still don't think he's a.
he's got all
He's
the talents.
still
He's just,
overhyped.
yeah.
Yeah, driving mistake. Hey man, don't be typing and driving. I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort.
Well, we asked
Appreciate
him how he feels about his Gamecocks. I mean, he definitely was very vocal on how bad we were going to be. I mean, they're sitting at the same record.
Hey, Clemson battling back. They had a big win last week too, didn't they?
Yeah,
Dominant win. Anyway,
we played Boston College. I'm not gonna beat our chest on that one too much. They're definitely.
But yeah,
definitely
Falcons suck ass overhyped for sure.
Yeah, are we talking about Georgia, Logan? Overhyped? Maybe.
Anyway, once again, we're going to talk a little bit more about it. If you are on TikTok, please follow, so we can be live next week. I'm going to say that 100 times. We need 1,000 so we don't get banned. But yeah, and make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Keep saying that. But anyway, let's get into a couple more things. Bama defeating Missouri 28-21. Is that right? Is that the right score? You might know if that's the right score. That don't sound right. Anyway, I was half asleep when I did this. So, anyway, Bama defeating Missouri. I know they covered. Preston, Ty Simpson looking pretty good. Bama back. Is Bama a national championship contender? What you think?
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say they're not. I mean, obviously
27-24. I apologize. Wrote the score wrong. 27-24. I knew it was wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, Missouri's
they didn't cover.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah, Missouri's very, very talented. So is Alabama. I mean, look at every position. It's still Alabama. Not as deep as they were a couple years ago in every single position. No, you're not. You're not going to win game 12. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that they're not championship, in a championship position. I mean, playoffs are going to be just like any other playoff. Who gets hot at the right time? And they have everything that they need to be able to make a deep playoff run. I think it really kind of depends on nowadays how you're seated in the college football playoffs. Do you get a first round bye? Do you get a favorable matchup? Do you get a team that's really not the fourth best team, and you get to play them very early on? You get a kind of wouldn't say a bye week, but kind of like a walkthrough kind of game. I think it really kind of depends on what favorable matchups they might get. But is Alabama talented and have the ability to win a national championship? Absolutely, no question about it.
Got a cut. This dude Nick, I don't know what he means by this in TikTok. I don't know if he said Bama will not be a natty contender in 5 years. In the next 5 years, is he saying they're not going to be a natty contender? I don't know if he's saying the next 5 years, like ongoing, or if he's saying they won't be a contender in the next 5 years. I don't know what he means by that, but yeah, shout out to you, Nick. Bryson. What did he say? Clem sucks. Okay, anyway. Bryson.
Dabo's cold. He does not have a cold. I don't get it how people think that on the outside looking in. Dabo has loyal people to his program because that's what you get when you win 2 national championships. If you just look at the trophy case, Graham, I promise you would see things you've never seen before. We don't have any Outback trophies, but we've got a couple shiny ones.
Cheese it.
Big ones.
Cheese it.
Cheese it. Let's go. Pop-Tart.
Bryson. Thoughts on Bama? Bama looking pretty hot.
Yeah, I think they're going to stay hot here. Shout to Dave Portnoy. He got Ty Simpson on 20-1 odds to win Heisman. His odds now are 6-1. So he's going to make some bank on that for sure. I mean, from week one to now is an absolute 180 on this team. They just turned around and I think they're national championship contenders. They keep playing like the way they are. And, Missouri was not a pushover team. Missouri's, that's a pretty damn good football team. They can run the ball pretty good.
Let me tell you something. I don't mean to cut you off. That first drive, they came down.
Yeah, when I
took tight end touchdown, I was like, all right, Alabama about to get their ass whooped.
Yeah, I texted Warren. I was like, Bubba, I don't know if you saw this drive or not, but they already scored. And they were just running all over them and passing. I was like, dude, this is about to be ugly for Alabama. But hey, they turned around, and like I said, man, Ty Simpson's playing some ball. And that's definitely a Colt over there. So
it's
Kool-Aid
definitely
bowl
not.
is run dry.
Definitely.
Anyway, yeah. But great week of football. Any other games we want to talk about? We have South Carolina, LSU, I think, playing. A couple other games going on, not much. Don't want to talk about too much.
Yeah, I want to talk
Before,
about something. I want to talk about something.
what you got? Go ahead.
Uh, I don't care what nobody says. Me and Chris got a little bit argument. We were watching the Georgia Auburn game. That was a fumble,
Oh, I don't know
100%
why. Hold on.
fumble.
I
Time
agree,
out.
Uh,
100%,
I don't
100%.
know why I didn't
so
write that game on there. I
so
apologize. I don't know
when
why I didn't
when
write that
when
game on there.
that when he was coming to the end zone, right, and he punched it. I really can't do it with my hands, but I can hold my phone. But the quarterback's hands had no possession of that ball when they got punched right before the end zone. It was a complete fumble. And now the timeout and clapping, that was some BS. I believe Kirby was definitely calling timeout on that. I mean, you can't clap hands like that, and but yeah,
I mean, if you
definitely
do,
fumble
like
and
Brent, we were talking. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. We were saying, I mean, do I think he was trying to call a timeout? Yes. But I do believe him when he was talking about the clapping thing a little
He
bit.
was talking about the clapping. The Auburn players were clapping on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
They were trying
I mean, I
to
believe
incite
that.
them.
Yeah, I
so
believe that.
coach, coach used to coach. So he said there was probably a grad assistant going to Kirby's headset saying, "Hey, they are clapping on defense," and he was probably running up to say a timeout, but he had somebody in his head say, "Hey, they're clapping," and he was probably calling a timeout and saying they're clapping. So I mean, he got away with it. And I know Chris is now a huge Freeze fan. Shout out to him. So
Oh yeah, I can't stand that guy. Yeah, that dude moved up in my most. Hey, coach, he just got it.
it
Just
just it
looking
was
at him
just
pisses
making
me
me
off.
mad just seeing. Yes, I know that it's a home game and all those Auburn fans are mad, but that was a fumble 100%.
Yes, I think whatever that was called on the field was going to be there was not going to be overturning it. But the guys in the booth kept saying, "Oh, that's obviously not a fumble," but they weren't looking at the right angle. They were looking at it from behind. When he was getting to the line of scrimmage, the ball was already being moved. It was already moving
Yes,
out of his possession.
yes,
I
So
think the big
you
thing
can't
was,
break the plane and not have actual possession of the ball. It was clearly moving as soon as he was at that line. So that
yes,
ball was coming out. Now, there was a little bit of argument. Okay, yes, you can look past the first line. Was like, was it a fumble? Is it not a fumble? Was it a touchdown? Was it not a touchdown? Well, we've agreed that it's no longer not a touchdown and it's recovered by Georgia. There was a little frustration. Well, why didn't Georgia get the opportunity to pick the ball up and run? They called the play dead. They called it forward momentum stopped, whatever it was. I think it was the right play, or the call at that moment. I think everything was good. Like you said about the clapping and the thing, I definitely think it was a lot of stuff in the headset. Was he calling a timeout? Undoubtedly, yes, he was calling a timeout. Did he get away with it? Undoubtedly, yes. But those are the things you kind of get away with when you build the legacy that you get. People are going to start believing you. It's like that clip that you see on social media every now and again, where the ref's talking to Michael, and Michael's like, "Oh, he's holding me. He's holding me." Well, I didn't see it, but I'm going to call it for you because obviously I believe you. So I think those are things you slightly get away with. But yes, it was a fumble.
yeah, I wanted to say that. You all right, Bryce? Okay. Anyway. All right, just making the most noise as possible. Anyway, you good?
yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Just when you move with that mic, it makes
Yeah,
the most
that's
noise. Okay.
sorry
Anyway,
about that.
I think the big thing was that first hand that got through. I think the first hand that was the big thing. That's what knocked it out. That first hand wasn't there. I don't think it would have been a fumble. But hey, Jordan made a great play there. I mean, a hell of a play to get it there. I mean, a lot of people were saying it should have been a touchdown. I don't know about that.
It's no shot, man.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it could have definitely been if they, continued it. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you could go back and call that a touchdown. But I'm glad they kept it on field. Georgia ended up winning big stop there, gained momentum. Because damn, I mean, Auburn was dominating the first part of that game. I mean, Georgia couldn't get the ball. And let me tell you, the end of that game, holy shit! Bryson. I mean, we were falling. I was falling asleep. I couldn't do it. I mean, I was already tired, but I mean, I couldn't stay awake. That last fourth quarter felt like and it probably did lasted 3 hours. That was the longest game of all time. But great game. I forgot to write that down. I don't know why I didn't. Anyway, I think that's it, right? Who'd Florida have?
A&M.
Oh, that's right. Florida had A&M. So Florida lost that game, right? Yeah, Marcel Reed looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but big win for A&M. You giving up on Florida? Gave up on them?
I mean, I'm a ride or die with them, but I mean, this season's we're done.
I don't think Lagway looked as bad, did he?
Man, it's just some of the play calling, man, is just ridiculous, and I don't know. We need a new fresh. We need new face in Florida. It's just that's all we need, man. I mean, like I said, DJ was pissed on the sidelines. It's just this our whole morale is just done. So
Bryce says Miami on top. Miami looks pretty good. Miami
yeah,
football,
Miami's
gonna be a hard team to beat.
yeah.
Trevor Hurts says he's not built for night games. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Let's get into player of the week. Preston, do you have player of the week?
Yeah, Elijah Surratt, Indiana's wide receiver, had 8 catches, 121 yards, and that all-important touchdown to go up by 7 with, I think 3 or 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They'd take the ball away, kick a field goal to go up 10. He was available. He was making big plays. He was Mr. Reliable for them. Uber important game at the midpoint of the season versus at that time the number 3 team on the road. So it was, he played great, and they did what they needed to do to go into a raucous environment and get the win.
Yeah, I went. So I'm going based off numbers. This was in a big win, overtime win. I'm going with the Troy quarterback, Tucker Kilcrease. 30 for 39, 415 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. His team only had like 40 rushing yards. 48-41 win in overtime over Texas State. Tucker Kilcrease. Great game from him. Good job, young man.
Wow.
Troy looking big. Troy looking pretty good. Bryson, who you got?
Yeah, I go on a Byron Brown from a USF beating North Texas. 22 for 28,
Uncle.
3 touchdowns, 245 yards, 1 interception. And on the ground, he had 21 carries, 82 yards, 2 touchdowns. So a total of 5 touchdowns, beating North Texas down 63-36.
Shout out to Byron Brown. Both of them.
Byron Brown, yeah, shout out.
Shout out. Yeah, but great week of football. We're going to get into our records as usual and give us some pick'em games.
I feel like I
had a
struggled
great
this
week for me. What'd you say, Preston? Sorry.
So I definitely felt like I struggled this week.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, you did the worst. I went 4-1. Sorry, I read it. I thought it was Bryson. 4-1. I'm 20-15 overall. 4-1.
There you go.
I missed one game. I forgot. What did I miss? I missed the not the Bama game, Texas game. I had Oklahoma. Had Oklahoma in that game, so missed that one. Preston, you went 2-3. Not so great. You are tied. We are tied now for first place.
Wow.
20-15. After a big week for me, struggling.
Took the worst week of my season for you to tie me.
Hey, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, 5 games a week. I don't know what to tell you. Bryson, 3-2. I feel like you go 3-2 every week or 2-3.
Yeah.
You're 16-19, so not far back. 4 games back.
Hey, shout out to Gunner for scoring that rushing touchdown to cover. Shout out.
Yeah. Anyway, and shout out Bama barely covered, or Missouri covered. Yeah. Take that. They're half point. Anyway, week 8 games. A lot of big games this week. If you are new, we're picking 5 games.
Put the banner up.
The spread. What?
Put the banner up.
Oh, thank you. I you know what? Let me tell you something. I hadn't got to the damn game yet. How about that? But yes, I am going to.
I want to go ahead and say this right now.
He's such a smart guy.
I know when who was Florida? When Florida played LSU, that was a easy lock. This lock, my lock this week, I guaranteed.
I hadn't decided what I'm going to do for my lock, to be honest with you. but I might have to do something that I don't think's ever been done.
Oh boy.
Anyway, let's get into the first game here. So 5 games we got. I believe the first game. Let me look.
Louisville at Miami.
First game. Yes, thank you. Friday, 7 p.m. Louisville at Miami. I got the wrong game. I can't see this damn screen.
All right.
Oh, my God. I picked all of them. Louisville
Here we
at
go.
Miami. Miami minus 13.5. Louisville, I was high on Louisville coming into season. Hadn't saw much Louisville, to be honest with you. I ain't going to lie to you. But, what can you do? Miami looking strong. Carson Beck, Heisman contender. Bryson, we're going to let you start off first. Who? You know what? No, you're doing the worst. You're doing the worst. Preston, who you going with?
Yeah, I'm going to take Louisville plus 13.5. I think Miami is one of the best, if not the best teams in all of college football. No questions asked. But if you look at Louisville's last couple games, they're averaging 20.4 points a game over the last 5 games. I think they're going to be able to score just enough points. I think they're going to keep it around that 8 to 11 point deficit here. I like Miami to win this game comfortably, have a comfortable lead throughout the entirety of it. Kind of take it off about halfway through the fourth quarter, maybe early into the fourth itself. But I like Louisville to either score late to keep it under the 13.5 or keep it right around that 10 to 11 point, range, maybe 13 as well. I like Louisville plus 13.5. If they're going to give you that many points, you might as well play with them.
Over under in this game, 51.5. That might be something to look at in the over. My bad over. Bryson, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna lay the number here. I'm going Miami plus. I'm sorry, but 13.5 here. Like Brett said, I think this is probably one of the best college football teams right now. Carson Beck playing on the highest level. I mean, looking like a damn number 1 quarterback for NFL draft. This game's at Miami. It's at night. Michael Irvin's gonna be there. He's gonna be getting that whole crowd riled up. So I think Miami wins this by 3 scores.
Yeah, this is a tough game. I didn't know who to really go with, but you all right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know who to really go with, but I'm going with a team I've watched, a team I think that's been dominant. I got to go with Miami to win at least by 14. I think Miami wins this game and continues rolling, so I'm going to go with a better team. I mean, what is that rookie receiver over there? He's been ridiculous for Miami. Carson Beck's been real good. Running game's good. Team's just playing well as a whole. I think they continue to roll. So I'm gonna ride with Miami. Next game here we got, I believe, LSU and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt favored in this game by 2.5. LSU not looking too great. Some people are saying Nussmeier's hurt. Defense is still there, but some people are saying Nussmeier's hurt, and that's why they're not looking too hot. But I don't know. I'm taking Vanderbilt. I'll start off here. I'm going to take Vanderbilt minus 2.5. I agree with them. I think Nussmeier's not. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. He's supposed to be. I wasn't impressed with him. I wasn't impressed with him season before as much as I feel like he is a little bit overhyped. But he seems to be playing hurt. Something's wrong there. Defense is. Still good for LSU, but the team's just not there to hold. 2.5 points, that's it. Vanderbilt's a great team. Vanderbilt needs this win. LSU needs this win too, but I'm gonna go with Vanderbilt here. Preston.
Yeah, so they had the week off. Vanderbilt did. They just had that really much closer than the score represents kind of game versus Alabama. I think this is a team that would be able to respond positively, not only to the time off, but to a very close loss to Alabama. I like Vanderbilt minus the 2.5. I don't know what's going on, like you said, with Nussmeier. That's its whole entity. It's along itself. But something's not clicking with LSU. Even when he's healthy, they're not scoring a lot of points. They're not looking as dominant as you would expect an LSU team who's got this much talent across the board to play. They're at home in Vanderbilt. Which is crazy to think that that's like an environment that you might think is tough to play in. A couple of years ago, literally it was last year, Nick Saban said it's not a tough place to play. But I like Vanderbilt to win this game outright. I think they're going to win this game. I think Diego Pavia is the quarterback you want in this moment. I think this is the team that you want. And they're the surging team in the SEC right now. So I like Vanderbilt.
I will say though, I do think it's gonna be a great game. I do think it's gonna be a close, tight game. I just don't think, like Preston said, I don't think LSU's put it all together. Bryson, LSU, a team we talked about at the beginning of the season that was, I think, one of the national championship, one of your favorites to go that far, but not looking to, not looking as hot as I thought they would. What's your thoughts here? Who you got?
Yeah, I mean, Newsmeyer was getting banged up last weekend against the Cox, and man, that line was kind of struggling, and defense was kind of struggling as well. But this is the most 50-50 game on the list for me this week. But Vanderbilt coming off that bye, like Preston said, I think I gotta lay the number with Vandy here. I also like the over in this game, 48.5. I think that can hit pretty good. But yeah, I'll go on Vanderbilt.
Over 48.5. Yeah, we'll see if Vandy can put up some points. Let's go to the next game. A game I have strong opinion about here, and we're going to talk about Saturday, 3:30. We're going between the hedges.
Mm.
We're going Ole Miss, Georgia. Excuse me. Let me get the game here. Ole Miss, Georgia. Georgia favored by 7.5. I repeat, Georgia favored by 7.5. Let me tell you something.
Well,
I went and looked at the injury report when I saw this line. And I know Ole Miss has got a hurt quarterback. I know Trinidad has not been as good. People are saying it's Austin Simmons. But let me tell you something. Georgia, the Bulldogs, I love them. Georgia's, great program, great team. Georgia should not be favored by 7.5 over any top program in college football right now, in my opinion. I don't think they should be favored by 7.5. Ole Miss. This has got potential. When I said something that's never been done, this has got potential for lock of the week territory. Ole Miss plus 7.5. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm a dog fan, but I just don't see it. I think Ole Miss wins this game, but I mean, I'm hoping Georgia pulls it out. 7.5 is just way too many points. This got to be a tight game. Maybe Georgia dominates second half like they've been doing, holding them down. Trinidad doesn't look as good, but I got to go Ole Miss. Sorry, Preston.
and the line has actually moved to 8.5. Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, so, and like you said, Vegas always knows something. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Georgia dominates, I'll be happy. But 8.5, are you kidding me? I'm saying it again, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping wrong because I did this. I got roasted in the chat on TikTok. It's Alabama 8.5. Are you shitting me? Georgia should not be favored by 8.5 against any top program, any of the top 10. Maybe I don't know about any of the top 10 teams. Georgia should not be favored by 8.5 against Ole Miss. I don't care if they're starting Trinidad. I don't care if they're starting Simmons. I don't care if they're starting Joe Cox back at quarterback.
Ooh.
Give me Ole Miss. Preston.
Wow. Joe Cox.
So every year I always think, like you just alluded to what about Vegas, maybe they know something. Every year I always think, oh, maybe I'm smarter than Vegas. Maybe I'll have an opportunity here to get one over on them. And almost 99% of the time I've proven myself wrong and that I should never question against Vegas. This is one of those moments where they're giving us 7.5, 8.5, depending on what book you're looking at. I like Ole Miss's, Trinidad Chambliss to be able to help them score early. I think this is, another one of those moments where in the last couple of weeks, all season for the most part, Georgia's come out slow. They came out slow in the first couple of games of the season. They came out slow versus Tennessee. They came out slow versus Auburn. And this is another one of those teams that I think you cannot come out slow. I think Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin are going to be able to have some kind of game plan to be able to overcome a tough atmosphere and be able to score early. Now, that is in no way indicative of that. I think that Ole Miss is going to win this game. But I do think for sure, because I'm not making a pick on this game, I do think for sure Ole Miss can cover 7.5 and be within that thing. Georgia is a great entity all alone itself, and that's a tough-ass place to play. I hate Georgia, but I got to respect them. Kirby Smart is one of the greatest coaches, I think, of this generation. I think, that is one of the toughest places to play when it's rocking. 3:30 on a Saturday, the perfect SEC's time slot for any kind of game. I think they can also honestly, get up for this game. And if any team's going to blow each other out, I think Georgia has the opportunity to win this game by 2 scores. But I just like Ole Miss's ability to keep games close. They can score a lot of points. They have a lot of talent on the perimeter. I like Ole Miss plus the 7.5. I really do.
Yeah, I mean Georgia, like I said, at home. I mean Georgia definitely. I agree. If one team blows out the other, I would say Ole Miss. I mean I would say Georgia blows out Ole Miss. But at home, I mean Bama just beat us at home, a night game. So I mean, I know.
But here,
says
let me
Bama's got it numbered.
also kind of put this back in there. Who did Georgia lose to last year with their quarterback on the sideline? That was Georgia losing to Ole Miss.
Yeah, and he looked like.
But Kirby is one of those coaches. He is not going to let that, slide. He's going to be trying to get his get back. So I fully expect him to really come out. And maybe that's what Vegas knows. Maybe they know Kirby's going to have this whole week dedicated to Ole Miss, and they come out firing in all cylinders from the get-go, from the moment that ball is kicked. So who knows? Georgia could come out and just absolutely blitz Ole Miss. They really could. But they also could be, building on some momentum and how they finished the Auburn game. There's a lot of variables that go in this. If you're Georgia, I feel like you're in a really good spot at this point in the season.
Yeah, I would just be shocked to see Georgia come out and blow it. I mean, I know I say Georgia had a chance to do it. I don't think it's above a chance. I think it's going to be a tight game. I just don't see it. Georgia, and especially the offense, I don't think Georgia's got all of it now. Get Bowens the ball. He's been running the ball. But they run about 9 running backs. They do all this crap. Bryson, who you got?
I don't know if you saw it or not, but Kirby Smart was interviewed Monday, and they're asking, the reporter said, "Have you talked to any SEC officials? And what was your, were you trying to call timeout or were you clapping?" Kirby Smart said, "No, I did not talk to any officials." And he said, "I stand on what I said Saturday night about the post game." He said, "Ole Miss is on the clock." And I think this is their get back game. I'm laying a number with Georgia here. I think they get Ole Miss in this one. They're going to come out firing. I think Kirby's pissed off, and one of the best coaches to do it right now. And I see this game 10 to 17 points.
All right. I'm hoping, hey, I hope you're right. This is a big game for you, big game for me. But I'm telling you, I hadn't decided to do it yet. But this is lock of the week territory. I might take Ole Miss plus 7.5 as my lock of the week. I don't know if I could do it, but I didn't pick one, and that might be leaning towards it. All right, let's go to the next game. Game I don't really care about, but hey, it's good. It's a competitive game. One team is very important. Oh yeah, can I get to the game first? I wouldn't. You did remind me though. One team I think. Okay, what just happened? God dang it! What is going on? Okay, I don't know what happened to the banner. Which one? I had it. There it is. One team that needs to win to make the playoff, to have a chance to go to the playoff. One team ain't got a chance, but USC, Notre Dame. Notre Dame favored by 8.5 here. Bryson, you hadn't started off. Notre Dame looking pretty good. Jeremiah Love looking back in Heisman contention. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, Love is finally his groove in these past 2-3 games, and I think he keeps it rolling. I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched anything about USC, so I'll go with Notre Dame here, 8.5. I think they win this game, no problem.
Preston.
Yeah, I'm going to be rolling with him. I don't think it gets talked about enough how good this Notre Dame team is. They are serviceable. They're tough. They're gritty. They're not showy. They have 2 losses in back-to-back games to the number 2 and the number 4 team in the country by a combined 4 points, Miami and Texas A&M. They don't get talked about enough about how gritty and tough this team can really be. I mean, they have not played a close game. Their closest game all season is a 21-point victory outside of those 2 losses to Boise State, who everybody regarded at the beginning of the season as another playoff team like they were last year, and a perennial great team, tough opponent that you would schedule in your non-conference, and for them, I guess, their regular schedule. Notre Dame does not get enough credit for what they've done, and Marcus Freeman and everything that they've built at that program. For that reason, I like Notre Dame minus 8.5 here. I have never been sold on anything with USC. I've never been sold on the head coach. I just don't see them traveling. The last time they played in this stadium, if I'm not mistaken, they had Caleb. Blank on his last name. They struggled. I don't think they
Williams.
do. Caleb Williams. I don't think. I think they're going to have a lot of the same thing. I think Notre Dame exposes USC. They're just not as physical as them, and I think that's going to be something we're going to notice at the end of the game.
Yeah. No, you couldn't say it better. I mean, Notre Dame is. I think Notre Dame's national championship contender. There's Bryson. You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sound like we're looking at your fan right now. Anyway, Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame. There's teams out there. Everyone. I think everyone is beatable. Notre Dame is. I think Notre Dame is a good team that can make it all the way and possibly win the national championship if they can go make a run here. And I like Notre Dame. I mean, they've got two great running backs. The defense is questionable. Defense has been questionable this year. Young quarterback. I don't know. And I like Freeman. I like the coach. As much as I hate Notre Dame, I think they're a good team. I'm like y'all said. I've never been a believer in USC, even though USC's had a couple big wins. They blew out Michigan last week. Michigan, I like Bryce Underwood, but Michigan's not very great. Give me Notre Dame here, -8.5. Where I think that's going to be a sweep for all of us.
Earthquake.
Yeah, earthquake. Yeah, earthquake. Somebody do it. Anyway, final game here. Big game here. Great game. This ought to be a great game. I'm very excited for this one. Saturday, 7:30. Tennessee. What is it, at Alabama? Is it in Alabama? Is that right?
That's right, at Alabama.
At Alabama. Oh my God! Let me see if I can guess. I can't see. All right, Tennessee at Alabama. Bama favored by 8.5. Once again, I'm gonna go ahead and start. God, that's a lot of points. I mean, damn. Bama's been good, but Bryson, I know you're a fan. You're a fan of Tennessee. You're a fan of
Joey Aguilar.
Aguilar, fan of Tennessee. I didn't watch Tennessee last week or last couple of weeks, but what's your thoughts here? Bama been looking good by 8.5 points. In Bama.
Man, this is always a in the trenches game, man. And I think it's going to be huge for Alabama playing at home at night, 7:30. I mean, that place is going to be rocking. But I think I hate to do this, but I'm going to go Tennessee plus 8.5. I like Joey Aguilar, man. He could sling it, and I think he could pick apart Alabama's secondary in this game. But I could see Alabama winning this game by 10. But I'm gonna lay Tennessee plus 8.5, just because it's a rivalry and I think it's gonna cut down to the wire. But I can also see Alabama, like I said, winning by 10.
Yeah, Bama, struggled against some some running teams. They've struggled against the run pass. They've been pretty good. Tennessee needs to run the football here, keep it going. But I mean, 8.5 points is too much. I know Bama's been good. I still don't think. I don't know. I feel like everybody's on Bama now. I know they got to win. I know it's at Bama, but you never know. Bama could let down. They definitely could let down. I just think everybody's hyping Bama. Everybody thinks Bama's, top 4 team now, and which they definitely are, possibly are. But I got to go with Tennessee. And this should be. I think this should be a great. And some people might expect to be a low scoring game. I think there's going to be points in this game. But I'm going to ride with Tennessee plus 8.5. Preston.
Yeah, I'm going to keep the train rolling. I like Tennessee minus 8.5. Alabama has not had a single game this season that I think that they've been able to just absolutely blitz somebody, except for ULN when they beat them 73-0. Even when they played Wisconsin, 38-14. A lot of that, though, they probably took the foot off the gas. Georgia beat them 24-21. Vandy, they beat them 30-14. And that was a very low-scoring game up until the last 8 minutes of that game, and then 27-24 versus Missouri. while you've got Joey Aguilar in Tennessee. Now, while they have that overtime loss to Georgia 44-41, they have proven week in and week out that they do have the weapons to be able to score points. Do they have the ability to stop scoring as many points? Maybe that's where we kind of will find out on Saturday. But I like Tennessee to keep this within 8.5. I mean, I wouldn't go out on a limb and absolutely say that Tennessee is in a really, really good spot to win it, but Alabama is absolutely an upset alert here. I think Tennessee has the ability to score, and if they get a couple stops, who's to say that they don't pull something up? I mean, Tennessee's the number 11 team in the country. They're not a scrub. They're not just like a team that that they shouldn't they should have more points to play with. So 8.5, I think it's a good number to play with. I like Tennessee in this one. I think Alabama's got to play really well to beat them, but 8.5, I'm taking it.
Yeah, 8.5 points is just a lot. But Bama, team, I feel better about Bama rolling against Tennessee than Georgia rolling against Ole Miss. I will say that. I think Simpson has looked great, and Bama's got the weapons over there. I would feel in Tennessee's defense. I mean, Tennessee's gave up some points. I mean, even Arkansas. I think Arkansas put up again many points on them. So, but yeah, I like Tennessee here plus 8.5 as well. Yeah, that's all the games there. And we will get into what we've been doing every week. I don't know if our leader of locks of the weeks is here tonight. I hadn't seen him yet. But we're going to go into the lock of the week. Preston, do you have one?
Yes, I'm going to go Georgia Tech at Duke noon on Saturday. They're plus 1.5. Georgia Tech is just a really, really good team. I know Duke is really kind of like emerging as a team that has the ability to be a competitor in the ACC. They got blitzed early on in the season versus Illinois, who's kind of fallen off. But Duke has been building, and they've been gaining momentum and putting things in place to be better down the line. They host Georgia Tech on Saturday, but I do like Georgia Tech. Real gritty team. Haynes King, one of my favorite players in all of college football. Brent Key, I like them plus 1.5 to be able to not only cover but win that game outright.
1.5. Wow, that's wild. Yeah. I guess because Duke's the home dog, but it's wild to see the number 12 team in the nation be, not favored against a Duke team here. But yeah, not a bad pick. Kind of worries me though. Bryson, do you have a lock of the week?
Oh, that was mine.
Damn.
But nah,
I can give you one.
I was looking in this case because I feel like somebody else was going to choose that. But yeah, we're going to go 3:30. We're going to go Texas A&M minus 7.5 against Arkansas. Yes, even though Arkansas is playing at home, I think A&M walks the dog on them.
I got
another one.
All right, well, we might use your last one since we ain't going. Did Newsom win his last week, Bryce?
He's gone.
Yes, he has. He did. He's undefeated.
We need a Newsom pick. I think we got to get the Newsom pick. I think we got to get a Newsom pick because we got to see if he can go undefeated every week. Brian, if you're out there, we need a lock of the week pick. I don't know if you're out there. We need one. Do I do it? I was looking here because I didn't write one down.
Just take Ole Miss plus 8.5.
Hey, calm down. I was doing it. I thought about taking the Clemson SMU over as well at one point. I did see that one earlier today, but yeah, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm just going to take Ole Miss because I think that's ridiculous. Ole Miss plus whatever. I don't know what it's going to be. Usually the lines are a little bit more, so we might even get more points. I'm taking Ole Miss plus points. No, it's disrespectful to my team, but I just think I just don't like the line, so I'm going Ole Miss. Hopefully we can win for once. Preston, what was your other one, just in case? We'll use it as backup.
Washington State plus 17.5 at Virginia.
At Virginia, Washington State. Washington State's been pretty good.
Yes, they have. They kept it within 3 at Ole Miss last week. They have a 2-team Pac-12, them and Oregon State. Washington State, man, they've been staying on this East Coast or Eastern Coast, and they've been playing some competitive football. 17.5. Virginia is a good team, sneaky good team, very talented. I see them winning this game. 17.5 is a lot of points. I could also see Virginia, keeping it within 13, 14 points and calling it a night. But 17.5 is a lot to play with. I think Washington State is good enough that I think they can keep it within that.
Gotcha. Not a bad pick. So we'll keep that one in mind. If Newsom does give us another pick, though, we'll go with his just because he's been doing well. But we'll have that one on the back burner. Yeah, great week. Looking forward to this week of college football. Looking forward to a couple weeks when we go to Cherokee. Bryson, we'll talk about it real quick. But fantasy update, I got you this week. I know we mentioned it. But, hey, you're still strong. Rico, I'm feeling great about my team. How you feeling? Neighbors going down.
I still feel great. I mean, that was if someone's going to beat me, I glad it was you. But that man, goodness gracious, back to back 200+ yards. I think Carolina found their new starting running back. But I'll tell you who's still catching on fire. Still my MVP, Baker. I mean, my man is just playing some
Did you
damn
see?
football
Did
right
you
now.
see the thing? Tez Johnson caught the pass.
Yes,
And he
it's
said they were
MVP.
chanting MVP, and he thought they might
Yeah,
have been talking for him or something. I mean,
yeah,
dude, how dumb are you?
yeah. But yeah, dude,
Man, that was
I
fucking
think
unbelievable.
Baker right now is a front runner in MVP, in my opinion, and I think this team's going to get even better when Bucky gets back. So, and Mike Evans actually.
And I hate to say it, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Kansas City Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl. Just go ahead and mark that in. Lock it in. Kansas City Chiefs going back to Super Bowl. They're winning it. There ain't nobody in the AFC that's going to compete with them. I can tell you that. Kansas City, if they don't win, they'll be in the Super Bowl. I'd bet I'm not going to do it because I'm not. I'd bet my left pinky toe that they'll be in the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs. But anyway, what were you going to say? Come on, what's the stank face? What is that? He couldn't think of a team. I mean, the Bills ain't gonna beat them. Nobody's gonna beat them, man. Kansas City's gonna be back in it. As much as I don't want them to be back in it. They're gonna be back in it. But anyway,
You don't think the Colts can beat them?
do I think the Colts can beat them? No, Colts fall apart. Colts are gonna be a regular season team, and Colts already got they lost a game earlier this season to who'd they lose to? They lost somebody that I didn't expect them to. But no, I mean they didn't look as good last week. Colts will be good in the regular season.
These
They'll
are
fall
my
apart.
coach. This is my team. We bleed blue.
Anyway, oh yeah, and hey, put Spencer Rattler on the Falcons. They might have a chance to win it all. I'll tell you that right now. Everybody's loving him right now. Hopefully the Saints keep going and keep losing, so they can get some players. But anyway, great week. Looking forward to it. Make sure you download podcast on Spotify, like, subscribe, YouTube, and please God, for the love of God, follow on TikTok.
Damn, what was that?
I don't know. Preston, somebody just walk in your house?
No, it's a cat.
Man, please, for the love of God, download or follow on TikTok so I don't get. I'll probably be banned next week. Probably won't be able to go live on there. So please do that. But yeah, appreciate you watching. Peace. All right, for the live people out there, for the few people, appreciate you hanging out. Trevor, Logan, Graham, Sean, other people that commented, Forrest. We're out of here. We'll be back next week, Tuesday. Maybe we'll be live again for some NFL. We'll see. Might go live this weekend for NFL. Appreciate it. Peace out.
All right, boy.